Well, good morning, everybody. This is Dear Mama Sal on a really wonderful Monday morning. It's 14 degrees here in southern British Columbia, and for those of you who live in the States, that would be about 57. So a shift in the temperature definitely is happening. I am feeling very honored. Yeah, that would be the word. My feeling today is honored. And the reason for that is because I've just, as you all know, been down to Seattle to the vlogger fair there. And first of all, I was honored to be there, and to be there with Benji and Austin and Sean Canal, and then also with Judy when she came down. It's a really strange thing to try and describe, because not only was I honored to be there for that, but I was honored to be there for lots of other reasons as well, some of which I won't be able to explain because they were private moments. But I cannot tell you how much fun I had meeting some of the movers and shakers. I got to say that. You know, some of the better known names that really I had never really met before, and didn't think I ever would. And they probably didn't think they were going to meet me either. Well, that was their shock. So it was really, I'm laughing because I keep thinking about Gabe and Dee. There were a couple of things that happened that just were so funny. And of course, anytime anything happened, I'd just say, you know, my sense of humor, I'd just be saying, how many millions of viewers have you got? Can't wait to share that one. Of which of course I won't, but it was just like, it was so funny, because it became sort of like the in-joke between us. You know, they do something slightly weird or something, you know, and they just look at me and I'm going, It's like I was taking notes, you know. Well, I mean, I think the whole thing here is that because I got not only to meet them at the event in different ways, but I also got to sit at this barbecue, and you will be getting pictures from there. But it was just like, it made it so different, you know what I mean? It just made it so much fun to do that and to just be with them on that sort of basis. But you know, what I thought was really interesting was, you know, that obviously quite a few of them spend time together anyway. Now, whether they just do it when they're at events or whatever, I don't know, but you really got a sense that they are pretty close anyway. And, you know, that's a good thing, because they all understand the pressures, they all understand the lifestyle, they all understand the what it takes to do what they do. And so it makes sense to me that they should become friends at that level. It was really important to me that I pace myself well this weekend, and I believe I did. I definitely got a good night's sleep on Saturday night, and which I planned to do. And then and I still managed to get a vlog up, which I just made it a short vlog so that I got something up, and then got a good night's sleep. And then I didn't get up until about 9:30, I think, on Sunday. And then I left Benji and Judy's at midday. And I would have been home, as you know, I would have been home a few hours after that, were it not for the fact that I did that stop to help the bikers out. And you know, it was funny how many of you obviously enjoyed seeing that footage of the bikers. What nice people. and I hope they're having a very happy anniversary in Vancouver today. Imagine if you can, how many people we run into on a daily basis who need our help. And I was thinking, as I listened to the news this morning, I woke up to the devastating news of the Chinese stock market crashing the way that it has. Now, that probably doesn't mean a whole lot to a whole lot of you, and I understand that. But I assure you, when at 6 o'clock in the morning I heard that it had done what it had done, that woke me up. Because I guess I'm old enough to know if the markets panic, then the whole world economy is in trouble. So I'm just praying that the markets don't panic. And from what I could see by the time I left for work, the markets were down, but not in panic. So let's hope that continues. And so I looked at it and I went, gosh, this is so strange, because your just heart is dropping with that when suddenly you hear about the 3 guys who stopped the terrorist on the train going to Paris. 3 guys on vacation, and a businessman, I believe. And they risked their lives to save so many. They were there to help at the right time. And so I was honored in my own little way that I had been there to help at the right time for the bikers. And here I read about other people who were there at the right time to help all those people on the train. I believe there was something like over 500 people on that train, and that guy had enough ammunition to kill 300 of them. And could have done if those young men hadn't stepped up and risked their lives. What incredible men they are. And I was so pleased to see that the French president insisted on giving them the top Legion of Honor before they even left France. That's the highest award that they can give any citizen, I believe. And he said he didn't want them to leave France without it. And that they had set the example for courage for the world, which I thought was really quite something. And that if everybody had that sort of courage, then there would be basically no terrorism. Or very little. And I just, I was very touched by that. And I was thinking, what a moment for them all. What a moment for those young men and the British businessman. Got a little distracted there because there's a plane heading straight for me, not very high off the ground, and I realized that there is an airfield there, and I don't think I've ever seen a plane taking off during my drive to work before. Just a little scary. It sort of took off and turned heading straight towards me, and I'm going, oh, that's nice. And then I thought immediately, well, Ange will be happy it was on camera. Except nobody will know how to upload it. And talking of Angela, I do have to really give her credit now, because for all the jokes we had in Vegas about pick up the camera, we got to get this on camera, it really has become sort of part of my life now, where I see something and I go, oh yeah, you need to do this, because Angela would want you to do this. And but I do it with a lot of laughs. It was the same thing as when I stopped to help the bikers yesterday. I did it because that's what I would do anyway. And then as I was doing it, I just went, but it's going to cost them. I'm going to have to get the footage. And it was so funny because I could just hear Angela going, get out the camera. So I wanted to take a moment just to say how honored I am to have the viewers in my life that I do, because you guys, with your sense of humor and your encouragement, really crack me up during the day. I can hear you. And it was so funny because I was thinking how excited some of us are getting because of the Instagram account. Now, the Instagram account is not anything, that any of the people that I mixed with this weekend would be, of which they'd be at all proud, right? They were going, what? But for those of us who realize that we are just days away from, in fact, what is today? What's today? I'll work it out later. I think tomorrow. Is it tomorrow our anniversary? Yeah. All right, for those of you who understand that tomorrow is our 3rd anniversary and that we sat at 150 Instagram views for so long, and we were happy to get there, I must add, to suddenly hit the numbers we're in now is just such fun, because we get so excited. And I was wondering how many of you get that excited about small achievements. And I definitely got a sense that Paul the Brit in England. Paul, congratulations if you happen to listen to this. I just wanted to let you know that I really was so happy for you that you had achieved what you had on the cleanup thing. And it's so funny because when I do these things, Paul, I go, why would I embarrass myself and show the world how dirty it is under my bed, or how dirty it is in that drawer where I keep my makeup? And if doing that inspired you, Paul, to tidy up your whole room the way that you did, then it's just like, wow, it was worth doing. Because I could hear how excited you were about having achieved that. And Paul, I want to just make sure you know that I know how much discipline that took, and I know how much hard work that took. And I'm honored to have inspired you to do it. I'd have to say that. So way to go, Paul. So you look at it and you go, life is so strange, isn't it? And we all know that we're going to get, a lot of extra views because of the fact that I met some very fascinating people over the weekend. And we all know that after the sort of buzz of that has dropped down, that we will drop off views back to, hopefully, where we were, and then some. So, I look at it and I go, I'm realistic enough to know that because of some of the names that I met, that we will get extra views coming in. And I am also practical enough to know that's why we'll get the views. It's not why we will keep the views, because if I don't keep meeting those people, they won't be interested. But for those that have joined, and I want to welcome those new ones that have joined and realize that what we do is we are a sort of personal growth channel, and that we handle topics that are difficult, and we handle life things every day. I'm hoping that a lot of you will not only stay, but maybe share who we are and what we do. We are a network of incredibly caring people. And for those of you who are new, if you haven't already seen it, at the end of each video there is just a little bit to tell you about what we do. So please do subscribe, and please do make sure that you are following us on Facebook and Twitter, because when we do our broadcast, that's where I announce it, on both Facebook and Twitter. And so I'm really, really honored to just be here about to celebrate our 3rd birthday. Okay, seriously? Breathe. I've got a dirty grey truck. No, it's not that big. I've got a truck ahead of me, but what's big is the arm thing that it's got on the back. It's unusually large. It actually looks way too big for the size of the truck that it's on. Got a feeling it's that large because it picks up very heavy things, and I have a vision of the whole truck sort of upending if it picked up anything heavy, but that's just my imagination. All right, so let's get back to this. So my thought today is being honored, as you know. And for those of you who are new, we try to have sort of a word of the day every day, just so that we can concentrate our day on good stuff. And when I say good stuff that we need to look at, some of it's not good, some of it's quite painful. But we do try to sort of, on a daily basis, Monday to Thursday at least, talk about life and some of the things that happen to us. So this weekend has been incredibly exciting. It feels like I've been away for a month, which of course I haven't. I left from work Thursday and went straight down to Benji and Judy's, and then we changed cars and went down to Seattle. For those of you who love my story about my life with the children, I will talk more about that tomorrow. And you can tell by the look on my face, I'm sure, that went well for me. Not only that, but, some of the celebrity children also took to me, and I don't understand why. It was so cute. And when you've got little ones just staring up at you, and it was just like, really? Children are looking at me like that now? And I keep thinking, and they were screaming at me a year ago. So I have to be honored to have met Juliana, Kira and Mia, because they must have given me something that changes the way children react. And Alejandro was there with his wife Sarah, and their 2 children are slightly older. And they actually were wonderful to me as well. And at one point when I was there, I was in the guest bedroom and just editing quickly, and they popped in to say hello. I mean, the door was open. It wasn't that they invaded my space. The door was open, and they came to say hello, and they jumped on the bed with me, and it was just so cute. And for those of you who don't know, I never was able to have children, so what I know about children is downright dangerous. But I'm getting better now. And I'm honored to have children in my life. And I'm always was honored to have young people in my life, but now I'm beginning to think maybe I can also handle children better now. So everybody, have a wonderful day and feel honored. Honored for the people you meet. The good ones. Obviously you will feel honored to have a friend or somebody who makes you laugh, but also feel honored for the ones that you meet that maybe aren't as obvious, maybe the ones that actually make you a little angry. Be honored, because that tells you that you've still got bits of you that get triggered easily, and it gives you a chance to look at them. And so look at life as I did this morning. With some of it can devastate you, like the crash of the Chinese stock market, and then in the same moment if you choose, you can be elated by the courage and strength of the next people you meet, who, in this case this morning, were the servicemen who saved so many lives on that train. So, there's one very angry flag person there. You see, when you're going through a construction zone, you sort of all follow the next car, don't you? Well, what I didn't know is the car 2 cars ahead of me and then didn't do it right. And so 4 of us all followed like sheep. And the flag person is going insane because we didn't do it right. Well, guess what? The reason we didn't do it right is your stupid little cones weren't in the right place, lady. Because if they had been, we wouldn't have made the mistake, would we? Could have been a bit more obvious, perhaps. And on that cheery note of life happens, this is Dear Mama Sal saying, thanks for being there, and I'm honored to hopefully make you smile a bit. Bye-bye for now.